Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacqueline. For those of you that do not know, and this is Emme. Hey. I'm wearing the same thing I wore in the last video because I'm filming it at the same time. So first things first, make sure you subscribe. And I only read like 5 books this month, so let's just get into it. First off, let's talk about the books that I did not finish in January. First is Do Unto Others by Kristen Latany. But I'm definitely gonna read this next month. The Tempest by William Shakespeare, however, I am not gonna read in February because I already have a classic and no, just no. Alright, that's about it. Now let's get into the books that I did finish this month. First book I want to talk about that I'm actually so extremely proud of finishing is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This was the 4th book in the Harry Potter series, and as you guys know, it took me forever to finish this. I've been reading it since like November, December of last year, and I was so excited to finish this. I can't say too much about this book, except this is where shit gets real. Like, for real, for real. Give this book 5 stars. Next, I read Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Zapetis. I gave this book 5 stars, and I was actually very surprised because I didn't think I was going to like it at all. This book takes place during the start and middle and all throughout World War II, and it follows this one particular family during I don't remember what country they're from, but this has nothing to do with Hitler. It's kind of the other side of World War II with Joseph Stalin and his horrible reign. And I don't really read that much about Joseph Stalin, even though I have a whole book on him somewhere in here. I feel like most of the World War II was focused on Hitler, or at least what we learned about in school. Joseph Stalin, I didn't really hear about. Anyway, this book was really, really good. It was from the perspective of this young girl. I think she was like 10 or 11. She was 15 years old when she first got captured or taken from her home, and the whole book is from her perspective, and I really, really liked it. I think everybody should give it a shot. Next, I read Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough, and another 5. I don't remember if I gave this book 5 star or 4 star. It was insane, and I loved it. And there was a big reveal at the end that I'm like, oh my gosh, I did not see that coming until like right before. And I was pleasantly surprised by this. If it was a 4 star, I'm gonna change it to 5 because this was so good. And the romance in this, I just cannot. It was just so good. Next, I read The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I finally read this. All it took was for me to get the second book, which is right there, for me to finally jump into this. This was actually a really good book. I think I gave it 4 stars, and it was on my 5 star predictions for this year, so there you go. I just really recommend this to everybody. Yes, it is very scary, yes, it is kind of scary. It does have like magical realism in it. It's like real world. There's time lapses in it. I really like it. And I'm excited to jump in to the second book to see what happens, because it's a continuation of this one, obviously. Next, I have Jewels of the Sun by Nora Roberts. And this book looks kind of beat up at this point, but this is a really, really good book. I can actually tell you about this one because it's not like a mystery or anything. It's about this woman who's in her late 30s. She thinks she has to do everything the right way and be prim and proper. And she has a little bit of a mental breakdown, and she quits her job and she just goes to Ireland, which is her home country. Well, she's from the United States, but her family is from Ireland. And she falls in love, or she meets this guy. There's magical realism in this too, because there's like myths that she ends up talking to, and she finds her first real friends here, and it's just amazing. And I really loved the romance in this. It was so good. It was. Those are all the books I read in January. Only 5 books. I kind of took it easy for the beginning of the year. But obviously in February, I'm cutting that off because I'm reading 13 books. Or I have 13 books on my TBR in in February. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Give any of these books a try if they interest you, either the cover or my lackluster descriptions or anything like that. That's about it. Remember to subscribe. Remember to share this and any other videos on my platform that you feel your people will love. And remember to spread peace and positivity all day, every day, in order to come back to you. And remember to keep reading. Bye.